Hey y'all, my name is Max Tew and I am a trans man. I was really just wanting to document my experience starting to medically transition. I started testosterone 1 month ago now. I'm really excited. It's been 1 month since my first shot of tea, and I feel like on the internet there are not a ton of people that look like me that are documenting their transition. So I figured uh, be the change that you want to see in the world, or some shit like that. So hey, maybe there can at least be one more fat Asian man, mixed race person that is going through a masculinizing transition. So yeah, like I said, my name is Max. I'm 27 years old. The relevant things for, contextualizing the effects that tea is having on my body, since we know genetics are important. I am mixed Chinese and white. White being nebulous, but, for all intents and purposes, white and Chinese. The way that phenotypically presents itself in me is like, I'm definitely getting both of those sides of those genes, not just in my my build, but like hair, right? Like I think a lot of people going on tea talk a lot about hair, and that is definitely affected by my race. So I thought I would give y'all a rundown of the first month of changes that I've seen on testosterone so far. So let's get started. All right, starting from the head down, hair. I mean, no changes in my hairline, obviously. Like, it's been a month. But head, oh my god, my facial skin is, like, so much greasier. Definitely within the first, let's see, here, I'm gonna check my notes. Within the first week, I noticed skin changes. So, skin definitely on my face is thicker now, and much, much oilier. And as you can imagine, that leads to the hallmark acne for puberty, which I am definitely experiencing as well. It's not been so bad so far. I'm only a month in, but definitely, like, my skin produces so much oil now. Like pre-T, I definitely had friends say that my skin was perfect. I really didn't have any problems with it. After first puberty, acne pretty much went away, and I never really did anything to care for my like facial skin intentionally, other than washing it every day in the shower. Now my skin is so oily that I have to wash it twice a day, and I have these like ink blotting sheets that I got from Target that they blot away the oil from your skin. And so basically in the morning I have to wash my face, and then sometime in the afternoon after midday I have to do the oil blotting thing, and then again I wash my face at night as well. So if I don't do all three of those things, I definitely notice acne happen. So it's been pretty under control, I think, because I've been so aggressive. Like, I'm 27 years old. I am a professional. Don't necessarily want to feel like a child again, even though I absolutely have the hormonal composition of a 13-year-old boy right now. Yes, so that's my facial skin. Other things on my face, my nose is weirdly thicker. Like, I don't really know how to describe it other than like it's like it feels more cartilagey, like harder it's not as pliable as it was before. I think that's a thing, but it's a definite change since starting testosterone. Also on my face, like my jaw has like definitely started filling out. Pre-T, I was always a person that could tell when my body was like doing different things. So if like I ate a lot of salt the previous day, I could feel it in like my face being puffy or my stomach being puffy. And definitely the jawline has just gotten stronger and it's like thickened out. Just ever so slightly. Like I feel like most people wouldn't notice unless you're looking at like the before and after shot, but for me, definitely, I can tell. I can see the difference in the mirror. It's really cool. I think that started happening within the first couple of weeks, which is pretty awesome. So I think that covers it for my face. Like, no facial hair happening. I'm Chinese. Like, my dad can't actually grow a beard. He only really has like the goatee parts, so I don't expect that to really happen. I assume facial hair will come, but I assume it'll be later, even though I'm experiencing other changes faster. So we'll see. All right, working our way down, my neck is definitely thicker. My neck is absolutely thicker, like huge difference. People can tell the difference. It feels stronger, but like, I don't know, just the whole thing is bigger. It's not fat. It's wild. Similarly, my shoulders, I think, are getting a little bigger. I know I'm only 1 month on T. I would not have expected that. I think it's been mostly because I've been working out. I've got like some dumbbells around the house that I try to use at least a few times a week. And I think that has definitely made a difference because I feel I can feel my shoulders filling out like t-shirts better than they were before. So very excited. Continuing to work our way down. As we get to sort of my torso, I'm starting to notice like just the smallest hints of fat redistribution. I think my hips are just ever so slightly narrower and my waist is just ever so slightly thicker, which is great because before I was definitely like definitely the sort of more classic hourglass shape. So it's nice to sort of see that happen. My stomach is also bigger. That's definitely a thing I've noticed. Generally, bigger dudes will carry weight more in their stomach, and I think that's definitely happening as things start to migrate. I definitely kicked up the amount of working out that I do after starting T. Like, it feels affirming for me to be able to move my body and like lift things that are heavy. And then like just feel like I'm helping the sort of the process as the T does its thing. And yeah, I think that's helped at least with like burning fat to help the fat redistribution process. So A plus there. Speaking of my stomach, my appetite definitely increased. So specifically, I've noted it like on shot days. I take my shots in the morning before work. By lunchtime, I feel like I can eat an entire horse. I think on the whole, like the appetite isn't like much more than it was before, but there's definitely those days, especially shot days, and sometimes like the couple days following that, like just really hungry. So especially if I've like worked out, I have to consume more calories. It's happening. Working our way down past the belly, bottom growth. It started day 3 on testosterone for me, and holy shit, does it hurt. Holy shit, growing a dick hurts so much. So I feel like I haven't sat right in a chair in like a month. So I don't know if like any of you guys have tried like anything. Tell me something, please, if in the comments, like if you have any suggestions, because my back hurts. I'm not sitting in this chair super great, and I would really like to protect my back and my posture and my general body while still dealing with the discomfort down there. That said, I'm super stoked that it's happening. It's so wonderful, but at the same time, very annoying when you're just kind of, trying to get through the day with meetings or whatever. Working our way down. Legs, like, I think I've definitely noticed some more hair in a few places on my legs, namely, like, my knees. I think it's like starting to get some peach fuzz on my thighs, which previously were completely hairless. So that's pretty exciting. With my genetics, I don't think I'm gonna be super hairy. But it's nice to see at least like baby hairs pop up in a few different places, like my calves and Let's see. I know there's more physical changes that I haven't mentioned, like overall stuff, because some things aren't necessarily specific to a body part, like the voice. So my voice was, I don't want to say a lot higher before. I'll insert a clip here of what my voice was like pre-T.
My name is Max, and this is my voice on day 1 of testosterone.
So yeah, I assume you can hear a difference from that to now. Definitely the biggest change in my voice happened in the last week. I would probably say the day of my most recent shot, my fourth, I guess it was my fifth shot. Yeah. So that's been really exciting. In terms of like timeline of the voice stuff, this sounds ridiculous and like I genuinely did not believe it when it started happening. But the day of my first shot, like 10, 15 minutes max afterwards, I could feel my vocal cords doing a thing. So if any of y'all are pre-T and are wondering what that's like, it's like a tingle, like a tickle in your throat. It's almost like you feel a cold coming on, your throat starts to get a little sore. But I could swear to God, like I could feel the actual vocal cords themselves start to like, I don't know, do something, like almost like like the tingle or something, which is really fucking cool. I could never have imagined that it would happen that fast. But I am on what I think is like more or less the top of the starting dose range. I'm doing weekly subcutaneous injections at 0.5 ml of the 200 milligrams per milliliter, I guess is what it is. Again, I understand to be like slightly towards the higher end of a starting dose, but I assume part of that is my age. I don't know. My physician was super rare indigo for getting me all the way on T and really supported me getting like a bunch of changes faster to match who I've always been. So I feel really lucky to have like a primary care provider that would do not only that, but also like informed consent. And I feel really lucky because I know it is so not easy for so many people to get the right meds. So yay. Anyway, voice. We were talking about voice. That is definitely one of the like most rewarding changes so far. Not only can I hear it, everybody else can hear it too. Like I pick up the phone and the person on the other line is like, whoa, okay. So I feel really excited about that. Other sort of full body stuff, I think my skin is getting darker. And yet again, something that I think my race is relevant for. White trans guys aren't going to have the same experience, but this is definitely something that I have heard from other trans masc folks of color. I definitely looked in the mirror one day and I just looked just a little darker. And I hadn't been in the sun, like I'd been indoors all day, and all of a sudden just sort of looked a little darker. So that's definitely something I'm keeping an eye on. I don't know what that means or anything. It's just kind of cool to me. Stoked to maybe be a little less pale going forward. Other full body changes, temperature, maybe is not, again, the most mind-blowing brand new piece of news, but I'm definitely warmer. Within the first week, I had to like turn the water up, higher temperature on my showers. Every now and again, I'll just get like super hot and need to like not have the covers on me in bed or something like that. I feel like I experience hot flashes. It's mostly just a temperature regulation thing is what it feels like, not necessarily any other physical sensations that are going along with it. It's just like, oh man, I'm too hot. You know, it's doable, but it's definitely happening. Energy, I feel like I've heard mixed things from folks going on T, whether that's like they have more energy or they have less energy. And definitely at the beginning, I had more energy after work, which usually had not been the case pre-T. Usually I couldn't do anything else after work. I just wanted to bed out. Yeah, definitely had more energy during the first couple weeks. I feel like that's leveled off a little bit. Shrug, who knows? Maybe I just got used to it. It's hard to tell. So, smells. Sweat, most notably. I smell different. I smell like a dude now, which is pretty fucking cool. It's like muskier, like a deeper smell. Not bad necessarily, but definitely like a stronger scent than previously. I don't hate it. It's actually kind of nice, especially when you couple it with like a men's branded deodorant. That's been really fun. And pee, urine definitely smells stronger and less pleasant than it did before, which I know is a thing on T. And it's such a wild time, y'all. And yeah, I think the other full body thing has been muscle stuff. So I try to lift some light weights at least a few times a week. And definitely my muscles respond quicker to that. Pre-T doing that, it felt harder before. And now my muscles, like, they respond much quicker to sort of any activity. I could feel like pulsing every now and again, or like it was almost like I could feel like an individual thread in the muscle doing something. Yeah, so definitely finding it easier to put on muscle as expected. So, period. So in terms of menstruation, I have had one since going on T, and it's been much lighter than before in terms of the flow of things. So yeah, that's really nice. PMS and stuff was like a lot less this time. I'm not terribly far off from them ceasing based on the fact that this one was much easier than they have been for me. Finally, I think the last sort of full body physical thing is like orgasms. They just feel different. They're like a bit more intense now, and less like the crest of a wave, and more of like just sort of this like all-encompassing takeover. But yeah, that's, as you could expect, that's really fun when that happens. So. And now, emotional stuff. I cannot like say enough how going on T has just done wonders for my mental health. Starting the first day, especially like being able to feel changes in my vocal cords on that first day, I feel so much more in my body. Before T, I was really struggling with the mind-body connection, and I was dissociating a lot. I was really dysphoric. To be fair, dysphoria doesn't just go away, of course. Honestly, the dissociating is so much better. I was doing it constantly pre-T, and now I'm here, embodied in this meat sack, which is really cool. It's amazing to feel my body changing to be, I don't know, the way I feel like I am. Before, I felt like a man trapped in a woman's body, and now I look in the mirror and I see a man's body, because I'm a man, and it feels like I've closed the loop on being able to understand and synthesize and be here with myself as a man in my body. And it's great. Honestly, it's so great. On the whole, I wouldn't say there are any like big changes in my mood consistently, other than being happier, I guess, a little bit. Wouldn't really say anything negative in terms of anger or anything like that. I had like one day where I was unreasonably angry for seemingly no reason. It felt like anger that I couldn't control, but it was only that one day. Every other sort of time and day and place, I've been pretty much the same in terms of like anger or temper or anything like that. Things that other people have said about me and my demeanor and my like general mental health are that I seem more confident, I seem happier. That's usually the remark, is that they've never seen me this happy or this smiley. I was actually at an outdoor restaurant today, and a stranger just remarked on how like much I was laughing and smiling and like how wonderful it was. And that's someone that doesn't know me. That's just me existing in the world. So I can't really put a cap on how happy I am doing this, living this, getting to be myself here with all of you. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this first month. Once again, I think my just big takeaway is that I'm so stoked that this is happening. I feel so lucky to have the means and the resources to do this. I like myself a lot more in this way. Like, I look in the mirror and I don't hate it every time. I want to take selfies. Like, I want to look at myself, which sounds so vain, but like, I'm finally feeling right in this skin, and nothing could be more exciting. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. This was my 1 month video, so gosh, I know I'm just at the beginning of this and I can't wait to see how it develops and to share it all with y'all. So I hope you'll come along on this fun and just rewarding ride with me. Yeah. I will, at the latest, see you next month for my second month update. See y'all.